What's going on, guys? I'm Matt Pavelski with I5G, bringing you another track walkthrough and guide. So to start the lap here, you're going to want to be down in first gear for this corner. Again, try to bring it in a little late, early on the throttle, and make sure you get as much of a run as you can down the straightaway. It's only fourth gear, but every run you get at this track matters. Down to first gear again, bring it in nice and easy. Do not lock up that left front. It's incredibly easy to do here, especially with how light that left front can get. There are a lot of left-hand turns with a lot of camber to them, so that left front will have a tendency to pick up off the track. Modulate your brake whenever possible. Sixth gear here into second. Try to hold it as inside as you can. There's a lot of bumps in that corner, as you've noticed, and if you're bringing out even a foot wider, it'll tend to hop them as opposed to ride them. Fourth gear down into first here, bring it in nice and easy, nice and tight. Hold it tight through there. You can take a little bit of a lift there because there is a bump. Now, I go outside the line here, but do try to avoid that because, as you'll see, I pay for it in this next section. Bring it up into fifth gear and try to get it as wide as possible here, out to the wall. You can take that flap, but make sure you do a little bit of a confidence lift through here. Do not want to hit that curb on the right. You will skid off the road. Coming downhill, you can coast down the hill if you'd like. You can try to kind of modulate your throttle, but make sure you're down into first and have little to no input or applications of any inputs into the dipper. Again, as we come into Forest Elbow, make sure you try to keep it to the left as much as possible. That wall on the right is tough, but don't hit that wall on the inside. It will come out to get you at one point close to the apex. And if you hold it too close, you're going to hit your left front or left rear and your race will be over. Try to keep it to the left-hand side of the road here. In the center, there's a crown that you want to avoid. And you can brake incredibly late into this corner. I go from sixth into first. Again, try to get on the power early. And you can get on the power early, you can be pretty smooth with it as well. Back up into fifth gear here, down to first. I went in a little hot here. Try to go in a little easier, but that's the lap at Bathurst, guys.
So here at the Mount Panorama circuit, there's two main straightaways. Right now we're on the Mountain Straight, and we're heading towards Griffin's Bend or Turn 2. And this is a great opportunity to make a pass. The inside in particular is a lot less bumpy than the outside, so it's going to be really hard for a car on the left to defend there. The next straightaway here, the Conrad Straight, is the fastest part of the track. This is where you want to use push to pass to make a pass into the chase. A really hard braking zone. You can make a pass either on the left or the right. In this case, the car in front passed on the right. And if you even get a good run out of the chase, you can actually make a pass into Murray's corner, the last corner. But the car on the outside can actually still make a bit of a go of it and even pull alongside up into turn 1 here. The biggest key to surviving this race, let alone winning this race, is just driving mistake-free. At the top of the mountain, the walls are so close. If you make a mistake, especially here at the dipper, there's really nothing you can do to stop the car hitting the wall or someone else hitting you. Additionally, by driving mistake-free, we need to avoid the curves. Most of the curves are really high, and if you go off here, for example, your race is over. There's no recovering from this, so drive as Alan Prost once said, drive without the curbs. And lastly, just be patient, especially in the mountain section where it's so narrow. It's going to be really hard to pass any car, let alone even a slow car like this car in front that's clearly holding up the car from behind. There's really no safe place to pass in the top of the mountain. You're better off just waiting until the Conrad Straight, in this case, to make that pass. I know this may seem frustrating if you're clearly the faster car, but just sit back, be patient, and the race will play out for you. And that's our basic track guide for Bathurst. I'd like to thank Matt for both his replay and his commentary. And if you'd like to read more about the IndyCar at Bathurst this week, check below in the description for the link to the iRacing Indycar forum thread, as well as an invite to the IndyCar community Discord.